I know I need to invest in SEO, but I can't afford to stop running ads, even for a month, because my leads will dry up. I talk to business owners every single day who tell me the exact same thing, and I completely get it. You're trapped. Every month, you're pouring more and more money into Google Ads just to keep your phone ringing. But the costs keep rising, your margins keep shrinking, and you're stuck working in your business instead of on it. So as you watch this video, I'm going to show you why relying just on paid ads traps businesses in a very dangerous loop, and why SEO is the solution for this problem, and exactly how to get started, even if you can't shut off all your ads right now. And here is the ads trap. While it keeps you stuck in that startup mode, working 60 to 80 hours a week, you're unable to ever take any time off, you're consistently stressed about cash flow. And I'm going to show you the exact strategic local SEO plan that can build you a sustainable lead generation funnel while keeping your ads running at a lower cost. I'll walk you through real world examples, including an HVAC company that was spending $20,000 a month on ads and felt like they couldn't turn anything off and felt completely trapped in what we did for them. 6 months after starting their SEO, they doubled their call volume to 40 calls new a month and decreased their cost per lead by 25%. So at the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why relying just on ads is very dangerous to your business growth and what a clear roadmap looks like to move forward. So let me describe a scenario and you can tell me if this is familiar. You wake up every morning and the first thing you do is check your ad spend. Were the ads running? How many leads came in? What needs to be adjusted? And what was our cost per click? On top of that, you're working 60, 70, 80 hours a week doing everything for the business because you can't afford to hire other people for your team. This is the key that SEO will unlock, where you're able to hire other people to come in and implement strategies for your business that you do not have the time to implement right now. And on top of that, you might not be able to take a vacation from the business, or at least not a real one, because you're so ingrained in everything that happens with the business because you don't have enough revenue to scale. And the worst part, the cost of ads keep rising. What used to cost $10,000 a month to generate 50 leads now costs $20,000 a month, and in some cases, from business owners I've talked to, even 30. And they know they can't sustain this, but you also can't stop, because you realize the moment you stop, all your phone calls go away. And this is what I call startup mode. It's incredibly exhausting, very stressful. You feel burned out and that you're running on this hamster wheel, trying to go faster and faster, but you're just staying in the same place. You want to hire help, but your margins are too thin because all of the revenue is going straight to Google instead of you owning your traffic through SEO. You want to invest in better systems, better equipment, and maybe even AI to streamline operations, but there's no money left over. And deep down, if you admit it, you're scared. Scared that if ad costs keep rising, you won't be able to keep up. Scared that one bad month could put your entire business at risk, especially if your ad account gets deleted or suspended. Now, you've probably heard about SEO and maybe even looked into it, but here's what stops you. First, it feels too slow. You need leads today. You can't afford to wait 3 to 6 months for results when you have payroll to cover next week. Second, you don't understand it. Schema markup, backlinks, citations, service pages, it all sounds complicated and too technical. You're a plumber, a car detailer, a roofer. You're not an SEO expert. And third, maybe you've even tried SEO before. You paid a cheap agency $500 a month and got nothing but generic reports, poor communication, and had no idea what they did, if anything. So now you just don't trust it. And I get all of that. And I'm not here to tell you that SEO is a magic bullet that solves everything overnight. But I am here to tell you these things that you need to understand. That the businesses dominating all of the markets right now are not only doing ads, they're dominating the map pack and generating 80, 100, or even 200 calls a month, all through organic search that they own, and it came from one decision that you have yet to make. They trusted the long-term plan and invested in SEO month over month and sometimes year over year. And now they're in a completely different position than you are. They've hired managers to run operations. They might even take vacations. They're implementing AI to get ahead, to do more revenue generating activities. And the best part is their business runs without them. Their revenue is predictable. They're not panicking about rising ad costs, but ad costs spiking or Google's algorithm changes. They have the financial stability that lets them invest in new equipment, new growth, better marketing, and opening up new service areas. And here's the kicker. The work-life balance they have is actually pretty good. They're not stuck in startup mode anymore. They've built a real sustainable business. And I want to give you a few examples of how we've helped other people do the same thing. We worked with an HVAC company spending $20,000 a month just on ads. They were incredibly stressed and didn't know what to do because their costs kept rising. The owner told me he felt trapped. He knew the ad costs were unsustainable, but he was terrified to stop because they had no other reliable lead source. So what we did is we didn't tell them to turn the ads off. We said take a portion of that and invest in SEO if you don't have additional budget. And we built SEO parallel to his ads. We optimized Google Business Profile, built out over 50 pages on their website, audited their competitors, and got them the best quality backlinks to oversee their competition. And from that, they exploded, getting, as I mentioned before, 40 new organic calls a month. They got over 1,200 clicks to their website monthly, and their impressions increased by 6 times what they were when we started, all while cutting his cost per lead 25%. So not only did he make more money, it cost him less to acquire these clients. This is the key to SEO that most business owners don't take into account. And when you run them together, your ads will also help your SEO continue to grow. Next, we had a property management company that went from almost no organic traffic at all to number 1 for their main keyword and added over 100 new calls a month in just 6 months, and a 437% increase in website clicks. A custom contractor built their organic traffic by 6 times by investing in SEO and added $20,000 a month in new organic revenue and even opened up a brand new location, greatly increasing their business. Now, this isn't some secret hack, it's they made one decision. They decided to invest in SEO to build an asset you own instead of renting traffic from Google forever. And the good news, you don't have to choose between SEO and ads. If you have the budget, you can run both. You can keep your ads running and take a portion of that money to build your SEO foundation. And 6 months from now, when organic traffic is carrying the load, you can decide to reduce ad spend if needed. So how do you actually do this? What does this process look like? If you want to try this on your own, I'm going to give you the 4 areas you need to focus on right now in order to dominate from an SEO perspective. First and foremost, your Google Business Profile is the foundation for everything you do. This determines whether you show up in the map pack for the top 3 businesses for your services nearby and get you the most phone calls off the bat. And there are 4 things within this Google Business Profile you need to focus on. The first one being your business description. This needs to be keyword rich and location specific. Don't just write, we're a family-owned plumbing contractor. Say, we're a licensed plumber serving these areas, and these are the things that we do, and mention emergency services if you offer them, along with every service you can list in that description. Second, every service on your Google Business Profile should have a corresponding website page for plumbing, drain repair, leak repair, or any service that you offer. Break it down on both the website and your Google Business Profile and have detailed descriptions for both. Each service should get its own listing with a detailed description in your Google Business Profile. Third, posts and photos. You should be posting at least once a week a photo of a new job with completed jobs, special offers, or updates on your Google Business Profile, and that shows Google that you're active on your accounts and they reward active profiles. Fourth and final, reviews. You need to have a system to consistently generate automated reviews, or you can ask for them after every completed job. Send them a direct link, ask them after they sign off on the job, or follow up with them in 24 to 48 hours. But review velocity matters, meaning the more you get consistently, the higher you stay ranked in Google Maps, and Google prioritizes that over accounts that just have the highest number of reviews. The initial setup for your Google Business Profile will take 2 to 4 hours, and with all the ongoing maintenance and posting and updates, you're looking at another 1 to 2 hours per week. After your Google Business Profile, you need dedicated service pages and location pages on your website for each service that you offer. This can be a lot if you're a larger business, so start with your top 3 to 5 most profitable services and locations from there. Each page should have about 800 words with a clear H1 heading, H2 headings for supporting content, the keyword in the URL and in the meta description. You should have descriptions on your processes, what happens when somebody books, how does this job get wrapped up. Also an FAQ section, answering common questions that your ideal clientele would ask. You'll have customer testimonials on that page, highlighting local keywords you're trying to target and local services. You want geotagged photos of actual work in those areas to help them rank higher, along with schema markup telling Google exactly what this page is about. Ideally, build 10 to 20 pages as fast as you can, get those ranking, monitor their performance, and then add gradually as you have more time and resources. But the one thing that's always the hardest and the biggest ranking killer I see is poor backlinks. Backlinks are links from other sites pointing to yours, telling Google and AI you have authority. And they're still the strongest ranking signals that AI and Google use. And if you're not getting high authority links from local news sites and high authority service sites in your niche, you just will not rank high. But I'm going to give you a way to get one free backlink high authority as quick as possible by joining your Chamber of Commerce or Better Business Bureau. You're going to get listed in their directory and boom, you right now have an instant high authority backlink. Beyond that, you can focus on partnering with local businesses that maybe work with you. You may want to sponsor local youth sporting events or charity events to get links back to your site. And you can also partner with complementary businesses and mutually link back and forth. But on top of all of that, you want to make sure you're paying high authority sites in your niche out there on the web that will link back to you to say, you're the best car detailer, you're the best roofer, you're the best plumber. And those cost money. So you want to budget about $400 for about 4 to 5 links a month. These are real sites with real traffic, a domain rating above 30 that you can check. They're not spam, they're not link farms, they're not something you bought on Fiverr. They are quality. And in the first few months, you'll have about 15 high quality links. And by month 6, you're pushing 30, which is going to outrank most of your competitors. Now, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds great, but I need leads now. I can't afford to wait 6 months. And here's the truth. Yes, SEO does take time. Typically about 3 to 6 months to see real significant results. And you can always take a portion of ad spend to push towards SEO to open it up at the time. And I understand that's scary, but here's the plan on how to move forward on your own. Month 1 and 2, you're going to optimize your Google Business Profile. You're going to build out your service pages. You're going to get minor website adjustments happening to see yourself ranking on page 2 or page 3. By month 3 to 4, your momentum is starting to build. Your pages are all indexed. You're starting to get backlinks coming in. You've got a review system going. You're seeing noticeable jumps in the rankings, maybe even moving onto page 1 for certain terms and into the top 5 in the map pack. Month 5 to 6, the results start flowing in. You're ranking number 1 for specific terms. You're in the top 3 of the map pack where you want to be, and you're consistently seeing 20, 30, and 40 new calls a month. But here's the key. You don't have to choose between ads and SEO. You can keep your ads running for immediate results while you build your SEO in parallel. When organic search is consistently providing 50% of more of your leads, that is when your cost per lead is going to drop significantly and you can decide if you want to stop or lower your ad spend. For most businesses we've worked with, this happens around month 6 to 12 into the journey, and we're there to provide our feedback on what the business should do next. And you don't have to wait 6 months to know if it's working, whether you do it yourself or you hire an agency. You want to be looking for these few things. 1, are your clicks and impressions increasing on Google Search Console? 2, are your keyword rankings moving up slightly in the map pack? Your agency should be tracking that. Are you landing high authority backlinks that are moving pages up? Also should be tracked. And then lastly, are you getting any organic calls, even 1 or 2 in the first few months? Those are the signs that you are on the right track. And I understand this all feels very overwhelming. You're already stretched thin already, and the last thing you need is another complicated project on your plate. That is exactly why I'm offering free strategy calls to home service businesses right now. We're going to jump on a call together and I'm going to analyze all the missing revenue that you're leaving on the table by not doing SEO. And we'll map out a custom plan for how you can escape the ads trap, build a sustainable organic lead flow, plus even some AI automations on how you can speed up processes in your business, and so you don't miss calls when people are calling after hours. Click the link in the description to book the free strategy call, and these spots are limited because I do them personally. So let's get you out of the ads cycle trap and into a business with predictable leads and 24/7 revenue. Now, one of the most foundational pieces of escaping the ads trap is having a perfectly optimized Google business profile, as I mentioned earlier. This is what gets you into the map pack and where over 80% of local clicks happen. So if your Google business profile isn't dialed in, nothing else in SEO matters. So I want you to watch this previous video where I break down the exact Google business profile strategy and what you need to optimize to outperform your competitors and start getting organic calls today.